So, today's game, a good game, is called Mayday, and it is an interesting little game. It defines itself as a simulation. It's sort of part simulation, part visual novel. It's quite a short game, but it has a lot of depth in it, and I have a lot of hopes for its future expansion because it's good looking and it's really compelling. It's set in a fictional country called Ostrovnia, which is a bit like Aristotska from Papers, Please. It has that kind of Soviet era closed borders kind of country where there's an oppressive state government regime in place and lots of secret police and that kind of thing. And the idea is that we are the operator of a control tower at a small airfield, and we have a plane coming in that is a moral quandary. So we're going to have a quick look at the gameplay and the game flow of things like that. We're not going to go too far into it because I want people to come and play this. The link will be in the description. And then we're going to have a little bit of critique for it. Again, not too much. It's actually quite nice, quite well polished. But all in all, let's jump in and see what we can see. New game. That kind of hissing noise is the rain in the background. It's the game. It's not me. I have turned the sounds down a little bit, so I don't know how well you can hear that. But let's have a look. Right, we jump right into a phone call. We are Victor. Yeah, I got the papers. Tell her I'll sign them. What's the point dragging this out? I didn't forget her birthday. I just didn't want to make it worse. I'm scared of clicking the next button. She asked about it again. Maybe next year you'll try harder, because it does seem to jump through some of the text. It's not next year yet. It doesn't just jump to the next text box. It jumps right the way to the next option or group of text. So we've said, can I talk to her? She says she's asleep. She's been asking about you all month, but she's asleep now. Tell her I still have the scarf, the blue one. I will. And then we hang up. So that is, I assume, we're talking to her sister about, I'm guessing, our mother. Yeah, and we chose sort of the most peacemaker option there that I can think of. Anyway, so this is our little office, our little control tower in the airway. We can start the fan, spin the chair around. We can't go out. We can't get to the there. We get told by the government that we need to report any suspicious activity. And that's the radio of a call coming in, but we won't interact with that now. We probably want to do that as quickly as possible. Anyway, these are the control panels that we can interact with. We can't interact with any of those, unfortunately. We can have a look at this one. Can't do anything with it, but it tells us the temperature and the wind direction, wind speed, and all of that kind of thing, precipitation. This is our radar. We have one target on it down to the southwest that is heading southeast. So it's heading down that way, and yeah, so this is us. We can interact with the Newton's cradle. Let's stop that, and we can interact with the binoculars to have a look at the runway, and that's it. Finally, the last thing we can interact with if you need to is this radio, and then we can click and drag to tune. And we're about to run out of time. You can see there's a little time thing for us to say hello. I'm going to let it run out and see what happens, because I normally get there pretty quickly. She says, hey, I know you're there. Alright, so was that it? Was that the end of it? Or we just don't answer in time? Oh, we got a phone call. Rose Valley Tower, Daniels speaking. So we're Victor Daniels. You're about to make a decision, controller. This is interesting. I didn't know this. So I'm going to say, huh? Who is this? Answer the radio now. This call is not from the state. I'm going to say F off. I don't deal with ghosts. But that assumes he means spies. The plane carries something more important than you can imagine. If you block her path, it won't be her life you ruin. What are you, her guardian angel? I've heard enough nonsense in my life. We know your name, your daughter's name, Elizabeth. You already lost one family. Oh, now we're being threatened. What did you say? Let the plane land or be remembered for silence. That's a little bit dodgy, but we're being threatened. Alright. So let's see if we can make contact again. There we go. Control requesting to land, fuel low. So can we make this a little bit better? Drag the control a little bit to make it a bit darker. So let's say hello. Can you repeat? This is Rose Valley Airstrip. You're not on today's chart. Identify yourself. Over. No call sign, no approach. That's not right. As I was saying, there's a bit of a bug in that we click next and it jumps past some of the text. I have no time. I have mechanical issues. I need to land now. Listen, lady, I don't run a charity ship for ghosts. Give me your code or turn around. Please, you don't understand. I'm not here to cause trouble. Just open the strip. One landing. Please, that's all. Are you a civilian? You don't sound military. Because I'm not, but they'll come if I don't land and people will die. And we ask they. I don't understand. I mean, I think we probably do understand, but yeah. Doesn't matter. Help me now. Okay. Do we not jump unless we click next? I need more information. You want me to break protocol for a ghost voice? Convince me, or I'm calling the authorities. We don't have time. One, two. So I suppose we're counting. Wait, I'm carrying antibiotics for people your government won't admit are sick. So yeah, so there's an well, they claim to be an antibiotics flight. I would say that's a crime. It's weird. Okay, so smuggling, that's a felony. It's a bigger crime to let thousands die. You know that. Let's see what we can say to that. Identify yourself. Alright, you have my attention. Now tell me, who the hell are you? Sarah Virginia Bukoff from up north. Doctor, specializing in epidemiology, something else, controller. That's not your real name, is it? I'm assuming we're supposed to be speaking Russian or something like that, so we wouldn't have such a Western name. Doesn't sound native. No, I've heard about an epidemiologist in our country named that. Of course it's not. It was my mother's name. She was from the West. Western in our closed-door country? What? Who's your mother? A spy? Victor's already got that state paranoia. Just a woman who loved my Australian father and stayed. They were both pilots. Government suspected them for an unusual amount of flying when I was 15. The state came for them. And just like the rest of the people who got into a black car, so he just vanished, I guess. I'm sorry. It's okay. I'm almost there. Oh, I'm almost there. You're putting your life on the line here. Because the ones in power won't. Alright, so we'll say that's all. Let's move on. So we're not going to ask any more questions. Let's see what else we can say. Is she going to say something, or do we? Oh, okay, let me guide you to the runway. I'm turning the lights on. If we, yeah, so we've chosen. We make a choice. Says, all right, I see you crystal clear on the radar now, and this is where the main gameplay element comes in. We just have to try and guide her in. Have you tracked to my radar now? So here is the radar. We can see where she is. There's the dot there. Altitude's 2000, speeds 150, heading southeast. Okay, so we need to talk to her, say wind is 30, heading southeast. Hopefully that's right. Then you need to change to now I'm guessing northeast because she's down there and we need to get her up there. So I'm going to say northeast. Northeast. And she copies that. Weather conditions, we can see it's like, well, it claims to be sort of, well, snow light, but precipitation. We're going to say light snowing. Now it looks like it's light rain, but it says light snow light there, but I mean we can see it's raining. I'm at 4,000 feet. What's my landing altitude? Now we are at, I think, 2,000 feet. This is quite tricky. Because it doesn't actually define it anywhere. I'm going to say down to 2,000 feet. I did say something. In the angle. And it goes silent. And then it says protocol broken, so I'm guessing that's where the game ends at the moment. I don't know if there's more stuff that we can see through the binoculars or anything like that. Maybe she landed okay? I don't know. I think there might be more of the game that still needs to be added. And if that's a result, we've got 1 out of 5 endings. So there's multiple endings that we can go through and all of those kind of things. So yeah, so that's the gameplay. So if that's all you're here to see, thank you for watching this far, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to boost that engagement, because it boosts it for me and helps my channel, and it boosts it for you and teaches YouTube what kind of videos you want to see, which is in this case would be gaming videos. And I'm assuming if you're watching this, you like watching gaming videos, and hopefully some indie game dev discussion videos. Anyway, so that's it. Let's escape out of this, and I'm actually going to mute the site while we talk about some critiques for it. So to go through the usual things, we've gone through the game name. I think it was a university project game, but hopefully will be worked on a bit more, because this is a really good game that really deserves to be worked on a bit more. I felt very compelled and very drawn into it here. The UI is fine. We're going to talk about a tutorial in a moment. But let's just say the sounds are good. I'd like to be able to fiddle with the old style equipment a bit more, click some controls and things like that to switch through the bits of information, because there's something viscerally very satisfying about clicking those old controls, those old buttons that you can go clank clank backwards and forwards. That's a really nice thing about games in this kind of 80s Iron Curtain type setting. These really big old satisfying control panels. I really enjoy them both in movies and games, so I'd love to see more of that here. Otherwise, the art is absolutely fantastic. It looks good. It's a really good looking game. Yeah, which brings us to the sort of the gameplay and the immersion elements of it. And this is where my biggest critique is well, I suppose firstly because it just suddenly ends here, and I think there's supposed to be more game at the end of it. I'd like to see more things happen, but I'd also like more game at the beginning. And we kind of get dumped into the key story scenario here, where this is a person coming in that the protocol is going to be broken for. And I would like it more if there was a landing of a not protocol breaking plane. So a plane that we are expecting, that we do talk in and we do get to land, maybe like a government plane or something like that, to kind of show us how the thing works. So without sort of time limits and any of that kind of stuff. So just a game that we work in, and this is how you get your information, this is how to land the plane, this is how to interact, all those kinds of things. Because I've played this through a few times now, and I have no idea what I'm getting right or not right or anything like that. I've kind of worked it out, I guess, but it was quite frustrating working my way into it. So a tutorial landing that teaches us how to be this control tower operator would be fantastic. And then after that, the actual storyline landing where we talk with the person and those kinds of things. Maybe a little bit less time limit. I know it's kind of rushing things, but there's a lot of depth here, so it would be nice to be able to dig into it a bit more. Yeah, I don't know. It might maybe a bit of adjustment that way. As it is, the game is still fantastic. It's still interesting. It's still fun to play. Link is in the description. Come and play it. Come and give it a go. But I would have loved to seen it spaced out a bit more tutorial at the beginning, a bit more sort of regular life before this, life-changing moment comes through, and maybe a little bit less time limit, so we can work with it a bit more and dig more into the storyline and those kinds of things. That's my views of this otherwise really, really good game, and I hope you guys come and give it a go. Thank you for watching the video. Give the devs some love, and I will see you hopefully in the next video. Thank you and goodbye.